right, can we come in on the one? So we can differentiate from blues, and I still feel like you should sit there. Let me see your history. Once it's done, actually, she doesn't even necessarily have to. She doesn't necessarily have to stand, right? I mean, sit, right? Oh, duh. She doesn't necessarily have to stand. I mean, sit, right? With the table. Do you see the table? Oh, but you know what? When she wears heels, then yeah, she's gonna have to sit. That's too swivelly for you, right? So just the regular black stool. Okay. Oh, oh, I was talking. Yeah.
Are we using the chair? So I can't. It's fine. It depends on what you prefer. It's on my ear.
And then,
Check. Just trying to confirm. This is rehearsal, right? Huh? Oh. Well, let's go on our own time, I guess. Yeah, you timing it, or you need us to do it on your cue? Do you need us to do it on your cue? To start on your cue, or could we just? All right, cool. Just check.
Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. Gather around and listen clear. We got Candace Owens calling. It's like we hear. Hey, can you make sure? Hold on for a second. The words are behind the screen right here. The picture, the video. All right, let's rock. This is the blue news. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. Gather round and listen clear. We got Candace Owens calling it like we hear. In a sit-down with Piers Morgan on TV stage, she dropped a bomb about that MAGA cage. MAGA. It's been a chronic disappointment, she declared with shame. I'm embarrassed I told y'all to speak his name. She said this ain't the one she wrote in that ballad. Now she's wondering where this old promise fell apart. Back in April, she even blasted Harvard fuss, claiming the man she once knew just isn't him for us. Space. Candace's turn. She's gone from cheer to doubt. MAGA's queen now questioning what's it all about. She said he's been a chronic disappointment, and that's the tea. Leave us all wondering, is this the change to see? Come on, Luke. Well, she's calling him out, saying she's ashamed to back him loud. A surprise pivot that has rattled her MAGA crowd. She said he's chronic disappointment and feels the misled. Said this adult man's the man whose name she once pled. Rebuked his Iran strikes, called him deranged. Claimed MAGA's now run by the Israel first. Alright, this is the news. Anything happening today. Oh. And we'll do it our way. It has been the blue news. Oh yeah. Do you hear sound in the room? If you don't, would you please let him know at the beginning? Because I need to hear it, not at the end of the song. Well, I can't hear myself, so ask them what would they like to do. You can't push the sound, but can we have some sound? It doesn't matter of pushing, it's just nothing in the room. We do have guests in here, so we would like for them to hear the sound as well. Thank you so much. My in-ears are working. 0. I thought that's been a mandate forever.
30 seconds.
Muchas gracias, Messiah. This is the blues news. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey y'all, gather around and listen clear. We got Candace Owens calling it like we hear. In a sit down with Piers Morgan on TV's stage, she dropped a bomb about that MAGA cage. It's been a chronic disappointment, she declared with shame. I'm embarrassed, I told y'all, to even speak his name. She said this ain't the one she wrote in that ballot. Now she's wondering where this old promise fell apart. How shall it? Back in April, she even blasted Harvard fuss, claiming the man she once knew just isn't him for us. Candace's turn. She's gone from cheer to doubt. MAGA's queen now questioning what's it all about. She said he's been a chronic disappointment, and that's the tea. Leaves us all wondering, is this the change to see? Yo, Luke, show us what you got, please. She's calling him out, saying she's ashamed to back him loud. A surprise pivot that has rattled her MAGA crowd. She said he's chronic disappointment and feels the misled. Said this adult ain't the man whose name she once pled. Rebuked his Huron strikes, called him a deranged. Claimed MAGA's now run by Israel's first arranged. Dropped her support, saying not the candidate I voted for. Her betrayal shakes the wing open and questions galore. This is the blues news. Anything can happen in this whole day, yeah. We gon' do it again, same time, same place, and we'll do it our way. This has been the blues news. Yo, Candace, are we giving you your black card back?
All right, y'all. Come on, y'all. Get up out your seat. Bring your energy because it's time to start the Sisaundra Show. Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sisaundra Show. You heard the tea in blues news, but y'all, it gets deeper. So we need y'all to go ahead and get all comfy, grab that bubbly beverage, and let's get this show started! Come on. Yes. Well, now, the streets are buzzing, the headlines are messy, and the silence from the louder than ever. But don't worry, we the people are here to break it all the way down, from courtrooms to clinics, from DC drama to global side eyes. We say what they won't and ask what they're too scared to say. This ain't just news, y'all. This is we the people.
Ma'am.
Yes.
The people.
We the people.
Yeah.
So, the Supreme Court just gave states the green light to cut off Medicaid money from Planned Parenthood and said folks on Medicaid can't sue to stop it. Y'all heard it right. Even if Planned Parenthood is your only option for birth control, cancer screenings, or STI tests, your state can drop them and you just got to deal with it. This ain't just about abortion. It's about access. It's about poor women, black and brown women, rural families getting shut out of basic care with no way to fight back. Clinics will close. Lives will be at risk. And the court's response? Take it up with Congress. We see the play. This is a quiet attack wrapped in legal language, and the ones who'll suffer are the ones already fighting to survive. What y'all think about this? They've taken Medicaid.
You said it all right there. The ones who will suffer are the ones already fighting to survive.
Correct.
That's the only point I was going to make, and it was right there at the end. That's crazy.
Yes, it's a fixed fight. It's a fixed fight, and there's no way you can get around that. You just got to take it up with Congress, y'all. But has anybody heard from Congress lately?
No, not lately.
I ain't heard Congress in a long time. I mean, are they on duty? Are they working? Are they in there? Are they in their seats? Do they have the ability to speak? Has anybody heard from Congress? All right, let's move on to the next story.
Yep.
Guess what the White House did, y'all? They just went full meme mode. I think they've been in it for a while. But they posted a very slick Usher back, Daddy's home video celebrating President Trump's return from the NATO summit. Why? Because NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte dropped a quirky line mid-summit calling Trump Daddy. And I don't know if he really called him. We're going to get back to that. Apparently referring to the president as the father figure Europe turns to in tough times. Rutte said it was a metaphorical about dependence on U.S. power, not some personal joke. But the White House, y'all, they seized that thing and ran and leaned into it hard on social media. Now, President Trump standing there, walking off, Air Force One, getting filmed, shaking hands, taking the spotlight, and the White House soundtrack? Usher's Hey Daddy, Daddy's Home. Child, even Social Secretary Levitt literally dropped a laughing emoji to seal the foreign policy flicks. The internet went wild. Some saw it as alpha energy, others as straight up cringe. But y'all, let's be real. They say it's politics. We know the people are saying it's theater. Woo! What do you got to say? Daddy's home. Home for me. Now, y'all know the lyrics to that song. It's very interesting. Now, when the gentleman was sitting there talking to President Trump and he said that, he was saying, you know, something happened between Israel and, Israel and Iran. And he was like, yeah, and sometimes daddy's got to use a stern voice.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. He said, so sometimes, and that's because that morning, President Trump was talking about Israel and Iran, and he said they don't know what the F they doing. So that's why he said that sometimes daddy's got to say stern words. So that was the video. All of a sudden, daddy's home with Usher. And I believe Usher had a comeback, but we're going to get back to that. Let's move on to this next. So, y'all, life doesn't always go as planned. And for many, the weight of hardship can feel insurmountable. But it's through the toughest battles that we find our true strength. Our guest today has faced loss, hardship, and challenges that most could never imagine, could never endure, could never get through. Yet, through it all, she's found healing, forgiveness, and a renewed sense of purpose. Her journey is one of resilience, faith, and the incredible power of choosing to forgive. Today, she's here to share her story and how it transformed her life. Y'all, please welcome the one and only Miss Sylvia Stevenson. Hello and welcome. We're so delighted to have you here. Indeed. I must compliment you. You look fantastic. And this necklace is just a statement piece. Do y'all not agree? Oh, my goodness. So, Miss Stevenson, you've lived through hardships that maybe, not maybe, many can't even imagine. Can you walk us through the time when your family was homeless? How did you become homeless?
Well, it started with my, at that time, boyfriend, father of the children, went to prison. So we were in our own place, but not having enough money to pay the bills. We had to move out and move with someone else, and someone else, and someone else.
Until there was no one else.
Until there was no one else.
Yes. We're going to pass you a microphone for some reason. I think they're having challenges hearing you. So from moving around, the father of your children went to prison. And so from that, you just did not find a steady place. And therefore, you ended up being homeless with your children.
Yes.
How many children did you have at the time? 5 children.
5.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. So what was your emotional state back then? How did you survive those days with 5 kids, homeless, trying to find your way?
It was only God.
Only. When I
Only.
tell you, that's
Only,
all I'm thinking.
Only. Yes, ma'am.
Nobody but Jesus.
Nobody but. Nobody but. Because I couldn't have did it on my own.
No, not at all. I could not imagine. Ooh. So can you tell us, having to split a single cheeseburger between your siblings with just $1 to your name, take us back to that exact moment where you had this burger and you had to cut it up for your family and you to have something to eat.
Well, it started out, we walked to McDonald's.
Oh my goodness.
The 5 children and myself. And 2 of them are in diapers. So McDonald's, it wasn't that far from where we live, but it was far enough that we had to walk. So we get in McDonald's, and you know, kids see other kids with things, and especially food, because McDonald's is the place.
Right?
For kids.
Yes,
They'll
was.
eat McDonald's food before they eat your food.
Yes.
But we walked there, we got there, and inside, I said, okay, I'm going to do something special for them today. And
can you raise your mic just a little bit? Yes. So you got to McDonald's and you told them that you were going to do something special. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Sisaundra Show. I'm your host, Sisaundra, and I'm here with Ms. Stevenson. We were talking about your story, a very challenging story, but you are such an overcomer. Watching your husband, you were telling us before break that your husband ended up going to prison, and you had to take care of 5 children. To raise those children, you were left alone to take care of them. What happened for your husband to have to go to prison?
Well, he sold drugs.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, and he left the house one night. I said, if you leave this house tonight, you're not coming back. And he didn't come back for 3 years.
For 3 years. So when you told him he wasn't coming back, you had a feeling inside of you that he would get caught that night?
And he had his hand on the doorknob, and he hesitated.
Wow.
He paused.
Wow.
But he went out.
He didn't listen.
He didn't listen.
Oh, my goodness. So how did you process the anger and the fear of being left alone during that time?
I think it was more of fear than it was the anger because, you know, even though he sold drugs, he was the biggest breadwinner of the...
Right.
Because I'm working part-time and him full-time, so selling drugs.
Right.
And that just completely stopped.
Dried up, stopped. So there was no money coming into the house.
And
your
I'm like,
part-time
so
job.
what am I going to do?
Right. Ooh, and what did you do?
I had to think.
When you finished thinking, what was
I had
the
to
act?
think like a mama.
A mama with some babies.
A mama with some babies.
Yes.
Because this wasn't happening. That wasn't happening. So I said, okay, God, we got to make this happen because they didn't ask to be here.
True.
So now I got to do what a mama does the right way.
I love that. The right way. So
right
what was
way.
the right way
So
in the right direction?
You have 2 that are in diapers. So no money. So what you going to do? So we have sheets that we sleep on. So I took the sheets and cut them up into pieces to make diapers.
Oh.
Got some safety pins.
And pinned them on the baby.
And they have these things they call them back in the day rubbers. They like maybe underwear, but they're
Yes.
plastic.
and you
that
put them
kept-
up over the...
And it worked.
Wow.
It worked. It worked. It worked.
For the diapers, because diapers are expensive.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the food. One of my sisters, she would cook the food and call on the phone or blow the horn to let us know that she's outside. I'll leave the food out on the door.
Really?
And that happened time after time, week after week, month after month.
That's so awesome.
But God did it.
Where is this sister in your life? Is she like where as far as like the lineage of children?
Okay.
5, 6. Is she your eldest?
No, she's not. I'm older than she.
You're older than she is.
She was, because she went home to be with the Lord.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
She sounds like a wonderful person.
She was awesome.
Yes.
She was awesome.
That's a blessing.
She was probably okay, let's see. Because, honey, I got to count because it was a lot.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have to use my fingers.
Go ahead. Use the fingers.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1 to me. She was the 5th.
She was the 5th of how many? 8. Oh my goodness. I can't say nothing. I'm the 8th of 8.
You know what that number means, right?
It's new beginnings. Come on now.
Yes.
So forgiveness is a central theme in your book.
Yes.
Choosing to forgive saved my life. Can you share how you found the strength to forgive those who hurt you, especially in a time where holding on to anger could have felt more natural?
Back in 2021, 22, dealing with unforgiveness, the Lord, I opened up a devotional. And when I just opened it up, the word forgiveness was on the front of that page. And I said, okay, God, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. And then he started talking and talking and talking. So I said, okay, God, okay, I'm going to do a live. Social media, I did for 30 days straight.
Wow.
And it was called A Lifestyle of Forgiveness.
Oh, wow, I love that. 30 days.
30 days.
And it was impactful?
And I would get messages, texts, you should write a book, you should write a book, you should write a book.
I love that.
So, okay, my thoughts is, okay, I'm gonna write this book, and it's gonna be called A Lifestyle of Forgiveness.
Yes.
So as I'm processing this thought of writing this book, that wouldn't stick. That name would stick for nothing. And I would show it to my husband and show it to him, and he said, well, Sylvia, just go with that. He called me Sylvia, by the way.
Oh, I love it. Is this the same husband that went to prison?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
He came back
I only
and y'all
had
stayed
one.
together?
Honey, I only had one.
Okay.
Just-
and y'all are still together?
Oh, he passed away.
Oh, no. I'm so
Last June.
sorry. My
Last June.
condolences.
Thank you.
Yes.
Unexpectedly.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Lord. Talk about forgiveness. Okay, continue, please.
Okay, so we were trying to come up with names because the lifestyle of forgiveness, for whatever reason, it wouldn't stick. And I would give him this name and that name and that. He said, well, I don't know, Sylvia. He said, you're just going to have to let God tell you because you're going to have this. And then one day I wrote on the paper, my husband's name was Terrence. And I said, well, Terrence, what do you think of this? And I wrote down, choosing to forgive saved my life. He said, Sylvia, that's it.
That's it.
Don't change nothing else. That's it.
Choosing to forgive.
Because it's a choice.
It is.
It's a choice.
It is. And it's the most freeing choice you can make.
Yes.
In your book, you speak about how forgiveness unlocks the path to freedom. Can you walk us through who and what you had to forgive?
Well, how long you got?
We got some time. Go ahead. I'll stop you when we get close.
From childhood to adulthood.
Ooh, let's
Even while writing the book, I had to forgive. Even after the book is published, I had
Still
to
forgiving.
Still have to. And like you said, it's freeing.
Yes.
Because if I continue to hold on to unforgiveness, it's like me putting myself in a cell.
Correct.
Locking
my goodness.
myself in and throwing away the key.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You just reminded me of a sermon that this bishop delivered one day. I was sitting in church, and you know how the pastor will start talking, and you'll just, are you talking to me? Well, they say a hit dog will holler.
Well, yeah.
He was talking about exactly what you're talking about, not forgiving people. And he used the idea of us putting people that we don't like down into like a dungeon. And we just put them down there. Every now and then we'll open it up, look down there and go, yeah, you made me mad. I'm done with you. And he said, y'all need to free these people. Because you're wondering where high blood pressure coming from.
My God.
You're wondering where all this stress coming from. You putting them there means that you have to constantly be upset and angry with someone. But when you let that go, it frees you.
Yes, it does.
I woke up that next morning at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and just start writing in my Bible all the people that I needed to forgive. It's so crucial to just let it free your mind so that your soul can be in a better place.
Yes.
How did the grief affect your personal and mental state when you lost your husband?
Where do I start? Because that was just like you know
like
how in a boxing ring, you could get disqualified for hitting below the belt?
Yes.
It was a below the belt hit.
Ooh.
I didn't see it coming.
They should have got disqualified. Wow. I'm so sorry.
Sometimes it jars your memory because unexpected grief,
Yes.
it does.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So grief can be a force that holds people back. And it's something many of us struggle to overcome. For anyone watching who is still stuck in grief, would you give them some advice to help them start moving forward and begin their own healing journey? What advice do you have?
And I like how you said move forward because some people say move on.
Oh,
Move on. You can't move on because moving on is harsh and abrasive. And it's like, do it now.
Yes.
Moving forward is a process.
Oh, I love that.
One step at a
Amen.
time.
Yes.
And some may do it faster, some may take a longer time.
Yes.
But for me, I just couldn't sit still. Because the longer I sat still in the room with the door closed, the blinds closed,
The deeper and deeper.
and the
you
deeper and the
sink.
deeper.
Yes.
So I had to get up and start moving and start doing things.
Yes.
And I heard the voice of the Lord say, Sylvia, get up. Everything you put down, it's time to pick it back up. Because it's going to help you through this process.
And so you picked up your pen
I picked up that pen
and began to write.
and began to write.
And you wrote, choosing to forgive saved my life.
Yes.
What is the first chapter about in your book?
Forgiveness versus unforgiveness.
where it can leave you. If you would not have forgiven the people that you needed to forgive to be able to move forward, where do you think you would be?
Forgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So if I wouldn't have forgiven that person, those people, watch this, and even myself.
Come on now.
And even myself.
Gotta forgive self too. Yes.
I was just creating a slow death for myself.
For you.
Because forgiveness is a sickness. And it brings sickness in here.
Not forgiving.
Unforgiveness. Unforgiveness.
Yes.
It'll
is
bring
a sickness.
sickness in here.
To your heart.
Yes, it does.
To your whole body. It impacts everything around, over you, everything.
Yes, it does.
Miss Sylvia, thank you so much for sharing your story of forgiveness.
Thank you.
And your freedom. Because of forgiving.
Yes.
To all of our viewers that are watching, thank y'all so much for joining us today. And just like Miss Sylvia and even myself, take a moment and write down who you should forgive and forgive them. Let it go. Free your mind, free your body, and free your soul. Y'all, we will be back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Please join us for the culture. Let's get out of here, guys.
All right, now, come on, everybody. Let's go home, y'all. Come on, let's scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen because we've got so much more exclusive content for you right here only on the Sisaundra Show. Thanks so much for tuning in on the Camarosa set and hanging with our guests. We'll be right here tomorrow only on the Sisaundra Show.